Good afternoon. Another lovely afternoon. Still in isolation, waiting to hear when COVID 19 will be declared controlled wherever it is, because it's going to be controlled and it's going to end. This is very difficult time for single parents living alone or living with their children, and they can't do much. Because when two people are living together as a couple, the help of the children, the support of the family comes from both of them. But when you are single, especially this time, there are many who are getting sleepless nights, not being able to talk to somebody, not even being able to support their children emotionally because of what is happening. However, being there to speak better, hearing the voice of single parent trying to make an open platform to meet and share with other single parents is what I want us to do. The struggles in life helps me to stop any negative attitude from any angle that make me feel like inferior for being a single parent. I use my energy to do more positive things like empowering other single parents, men and women, who are single and bringing up children on their own. Or those who are single, they are not struggling, but they are likely to endure the same fate. While supporting parents struggling with mental health issues, which is the key at this appointed time, because there is a lot of depression within the communities due to the lockdown and the fear of COVID 19. Men and women, when I'm supporting them, helps me more to focus on that negative voice and push it down that says you are a bad parent, you are a bad mother, you did this, you did that. And when such continues, if I concentrate on that, I'll lose it even more. I silence the voice by accepting single parenthood, being me and accepting who I am and how I have struggled in life and have gotten to this point. And that is what I want to support you. I want to empower you to accept your singlehood mother and continue with the life, not feeling threatened. The silence, feeling the pains of a single parent is unbearable, as she or he was not prepared to have a family without husband or wife. That happens all the time and will continue to happen until the end of the world. There will always be single parents, mothers or fathers. There are those women who will not have husbands but will have children. They can choose to have children, or they can have children having not planned and not out of their choice, but they'll still be single mothers. Many single parents face rejection despite hard work to make their children feel complete without other parents. However, that is not the case, as the children will give parents sleepless nights, demanding too much than a parent can afford. It's heartbreaking when single mothers strive to do the best for the children, they end up being dismayed and the voice keep coming back telling them of how and what they are. Pain of being mother unprepared hurt more, especially when you remember you probably got the child with the person you trusted the most, people you laid your life that you would live together the rest of your lives. The wrong person who left you without considering the fact that there is a baby brought to the world out of their own will. Because every child that is born in the world is not their choice. They don't want to be born in this child. They don't know, but they find themselves in this world being a single mother. And when they look their peers, they see they have got two parents. It's a thing to think about. Those parents who leave their children with the mothers or with the fathers, it's time to think twice. Is that the best thing I did? Would I have dealt with this better? And for those who are single and they don't have children as yet, it's something to consider. Take on board. Be a responsible person. A single parent who is divorced and left with a child hurts more, as when they married, he or she didn't have plans to divorce. They all take an oath that they'll be together forever, for good and bad, to bring up their children as a couple. Does it happen? But at time, it comes when they feel their love has hit hard rock and they just choose to part sides. It's a selfish act of both parents not to consider the children they got together and decide to part in different ways. In most cases, when death causes single parenthood, sounds better when a mother or fathers address these children. When children know the other parent passed on, they have a bit of respect to the remaining parent, unlike where a mother never married. A mother who never got married don't even know, cannot even remember where children empathized with them. There's no empathy from the children. The good thing, they will become parents as well and they have children. If they can't empathize with their parents who strived so much to make them the people they are, there is a pay for that. Anyway, that is not the case. Let's concentrate on, in most cases, where the death is and when children know. Many single mothers would agree with me that they do too much financially, giving the advice they think is vital to their children, subconsciously doing best to compensate the missing part. They just do it, not that they know or that's what they want, but subconsciously they find themselves having gone deep into their pockets, thinking they want to compensate that part, because single parents don't want their children to feel left behind. Children would demand anything. Mothers or fathers would go an extra mile to meet what the children want. A single mother must look after the judgment of others rather than understand others. So it doesn't matter what people think about you, just do what you can. A single mother knows that her best is not enough without other partner. A single mother knows that her best is not just enough without other partner, father or mother, but she just have to strive to make things balanced. A single mother is always too busy. Want for the children, want to mentor them, doing house chores, before leaving to go to work, just because they don't want them to feel or to work so much or to feel like they are left alone. Single mothers mostly apologize for everything to their children, even when they haven't done any wrong. When confronted by their children, who always look for fault to blame, especially when they are adults. Parents, single mothers keep apologizing. It's not because they have done anything wrong, but they apologize. Why do they apologize? Why do you apologize? Why do I apologize? Can I put things right and say this is right and this is wrong? Can I allow myself not to be pushed to accept the wrong to be the right? It is time to reflect. It is time for you who is bringing up your children, take it from those who were before you, like myself, and learn to stand firm, because you cannot compensate the part that is missing. You cannot be a mother and a father. You can only be a strong mother, or you can be a strong father who will do the best for the children. It doesn't matter how they do it. What you cannot do, just say you can't. Have limits. Let there be boundaries, because we are going through difficult time and we are not doing our children any favor when we allow them do whatever they want, even if it is wrong. We are doing wrong. Another thing I don't want to forget is to talk of finances. Where money is involved, single parents, mostly mothers, be careful. You are going to be exploited by your children. You'll be left in debt. You will borrow. You will spend all your savings. And your children will think you are rich. Let them know. If you are in business, that is different. I don't want to get into that. But if you are employed, let them know you are not rich and you cannot meet each and every demand they want. Just to make you feel like you are compensating the part that they didn't have the other parent. You can't do it. You cannot do that. One day, if you can do a lot, or if you have done a lot, one day you will realize whatever you did was in vain, because they will not move on. They will keep depending on you. Even when they are old people, and you are also very old, you are all adults, they will still be coming to you to stretch their hands for you to give. Not to remember, you also need to be given, because you gave so much and you forgot or you did not know when to stop. When you could not afford to give, when you did not have anything to give, you went to borrow just to give them. How sad is that? How unfortunate is that? And now you get to a point, you are old enough, you got debts, you are old enough, you can't work as you worked in the past, you have got loans and credits all over the place. Sadly, those you supported so much can still not support themselves. They are looking upon you again to continue. Learn to say no when it's supposed to be no. Learn to say enough is enough. As my understanding, at the age of 18, if somebody has completed their studies, they should be dependent. They should be independent. They shouldn't be going to their parents to ask, to beg, to demand, to borrow. If they want to go to borrow, they go to the bank. However, where damage is caused, it's not the end of the world. It's just a learning experience. No regrets. Make peace within yourself. Move on and do the right thing. This time for coronavirus, we have got all the time to reflect onto our mistakes, to correct what we can. We can't correct the history, remember, but we can correct by doing the right thing now. If you say moving on, you move on and don't look back. When you say enough is enough, let it be enough. Think out loud. Let's talk mental well-being. It's important. You don't have to be depressed because you are a single parent and you are getting too much pressure from your children or your child. You don't have to. You just need to be yourself. Everyone has got their own burden. Everyone can carry their own cross. COVID has given us time to reflect and to think right. Sometimes we are so much preoccupied, we don't get time to think right. This time, it's different from all the time we have lived. The world is on lockdown. There's not much moving on. There are people who locked themselves long time. It is time to rise up. Go out there, deal with the world, and do the right thing. Again, I say, think out loud. Let's talk mental well-being. COVID-19 is soon going. Thank you very much for your time. I'm coming on chapter 3 or that section of single parenthood. Thank you.